near the church. So, could it be that the...
Hey there YouTube, Beardo here. This is top 5 scary ghost videos. Nuke here from Nukes top 5. Let's go. Guys, if you have any other videos we need to check out,
5 ghosts.
let me know in the comments below.
Camera. The Church of the Dead. Paranormal investigators Jeff and Phil from the YouTube channel Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations are the first ghost hunting team to ever be allowed to explore and investigate the infamous Mount Fitchett Church near Stansted, Mount Fitchett, England. The church itself has stood for over 900 years and is surrounded by an ancient graveyard. The burial ground is the final resting place for some entire families, as well as wealthy lords of the past and soldiers who perished in battle long ago in many different wars. With hundreds of years of dark history, it's no surprise that the church is said to be extremely haunted. Visitors claim to hear sounds and voices, and a photo was captured of what appears to be 2 shadow figures sitting in one of the pews. The Mount Fitchett Church was closed and abandoned in 1967. The Ghost Tech team sets up a few static cameras and sits down to ask some questions of any spirit that might be present. When Phil asks for a sign, something seems to answer.
Could you make yourself known, either by talking to us, shouting your name, or banging on something, or moving something? Could you do that now for me, please?
That's them turning the volume all the way up.
That was definitely footsteps.
Yeah.
There's no one else around here, not even outside. There's no one for a, it's just countryside. There's no one around here. That was footsteps inside on the floor, and it was right down there at the back where the door is.
Here is the enhanced audio taken from our static cam facing the chancel.
Better be impressive. Definitely sounds like somebody walking there.
Footsteps.
Yeah.
If you'd like to communicate with us, please do so. We don't mean you no harm or disrespect.
Can't harm it, it's dead.
Earlier on, we heard
That sounds like a pigeon. Sounded like a pigeon. Go on, enhance the sound again.
We both hear a voice come from the opposite end of the church, but even after enhancing the distant voice, we cannot make out what is being said.
Earlier on, we heard
I don't think there's much to that.
The 2 friends hear the sound of footsteps and a soft voice coming from somewhere inside the church. Later, as day turns to night, the team sets up static night vision cameras to continue recording. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Can you hear us?
Loud and clear.
I ask if any of the spirits can hear us, and we receive a response as there is loud banging as we enter the chancel. Here is the enhanced audio.
Just before we do that, how come all of these ghost hunting shows, programs, YouTube videos, ghost says one word that half the time isn't relevant to anything, or can only bang? Why can't they say, my name is Jim Bob? I don't know why ghosts be called Jim Bob, just a thought.
Can you hear us?
Is he's got that sound enhanced so much, if he moved his thumb slightly on that digital recorder, it's going to sound like a bang. Don't know how much I would put into that.
We end our first session, and unknown to us at the time, our static cam 1 is capturing a shadow figure moving within the chapel.
Oh yeah. Somebody knows him by the front door, maybe? Oh no, that's not the front door, that's the actual stage? I know nothing about churches. Don't like them.
A loud sound can be heard and their static camera captures a shadow moving in and out of sight in one corner. Now it's worth mentioning that investigators Jeff and Phil are far away and walking in the opposite direction. So whatever this shadow is, it couldn't have been cast by either of them.
Clearly not them.
Now the story doesn't stop there because the Ghost
They
Tech
locked
guys
in
aren't
there?
the only ones who seem to have captured strange paranormal evidence at the Mount Fitchett Church. A little over a year ago, 42-year-old Stephen Regoli was hit by a train and lost his life near the old Mount Fitchett Church. A hiker captured something on camera near the train tracks. Something downright chilling. A terrifying pale translucent figure can be seen drifting through the air on a path near the church. So, could it be that the Mount Fitchett Church is truly haunted? Did Jeff and
That
Phil
was far
capture
more
evidence of
impressive. I think
spirits
I'd
that
eyes.
still walk the church grounds? Let me know what you think.
I want to see that again. There it is. That's a head, shoulders, a hand.
A terrifying pale translucent figure can be seen drifting through the air on a path near the church.
If that's
So,
not special
could it be
effects,
that the Mount Fitchett Church is truly haunted?
if that's the special effects, that is the first time I've ever seen a proper full-on ghost on one of these videos. It could have been special effects, but it's not. That is really, really impressive. That actually gave me goosebumps. Alright, now I'm impressed.
Jeff and Phil capture evidence of spirits that still walk the church
I
grounds.
suppose added to that, it does
Let me
give
know
it a
what
bit
you
more
think.
relevance.
You can watch this entire video and a follow-up part 2 that will be coming soon over on the YouTube channel, Ghost Tech Paranormal Investigations.
That was pretty cool. I'm more impressed with this.
The Tower
I hope that's
of
real.
Terror. In what's supposed to be the happiest place on Earth, an ominous mock grand hotel towers above the awestruck, happy crowd below. The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror in Disney's California Adventure Park is a free-fall ride that's dedicated to the popular TV show, The
does that guy
Twilight
not
Zone.
move?
Now, over the years, the Tower of Terror attraction became known for one particularly creepy real-life ghost story. It is said that a Disney cast member suddenly suffered a massive heart attack and passed away while welcoming guests onto the ride. Many visitors and employees claim to have seen his ghost and have reported random noises and flickering of the lights, even when the ride is not in operation. Sam Worth was visiting the park and recorded videos to capture the
wanna
fun
go there.
trip with his family.
I've been to
To his
Disneyland.
surprise, he also captured something he did not expect
Then
at
all of
the
this
Tower
going
of
on?
Terror. A strange translucent apparition can be seen on one of the levels at the Tower of Terror. Now, many of Sam's viewers believe the figure to simply be another hologram on the
Could
ride.
be.
But I looked through hours of footage of this ride on YouTube and I have not found any evidence of there being a hologram at this particular spot on the ride. In fact, this is the area on the ride where a picture is taken of the guests.
I want to go on that ride. The hologram is bent.
So the creepy apparition remains a mystery. But Sam isn't the only one who captured bizarre footage on the Tower of Terror. In this next video, a maintenance man is doing a routine safety and quality check on the Disney ride. He's completely alone. Or is he? The uncut footage is over 2 minutes long, but to save time, I just cut the video down to the spookiest parts.
He lost his hat. Only flash behind him then. Wow. I want his job. Riding roller coasters and stuff. Good luck writing on that. He hasn't thought this through, has he?
A bizarre figure appears on a seat behind the maintenance man, but
That
it's
could be a
only visible
reflection
for
of a
less than a
hologram?
second. 3/20ths of a second to be exact. The figure then moves 2 seats away right next to the oblivious worker, and it appears 2 more times. Again, I checked to make sure that there are no
This side
hologram
fair.
effects in
That
place
side,
in the
no,
seating
that
area.
could just be random
And
lighting.
there
That
are
looks
none.
more
Also, the hologram
believable.
effects that appear on the ride show multiple characters, and none of them are seated as these figures appear to be. So it seems very unlikely that this would be a reflection. So just what is this?
that one.
Could it be that the spirit
is
of the
the
man
light
who
flash.
suddenly lost
The
his
ones
life
in
on
the
the
seat,
Disney ride
that
is
looks
still
like somebody sat there.
around?
That's
Or is it
fucking
just some
weird.
very, very strange light reflection? You decide. If you see a video that you think would be perfect for the top 5, or if you have a ghost hunting channel and you caught something great, contact me at nukes.5@gmail.com.
Hit the man up.
Attachment. Paranormal investigator Jordan from the YouTube channel Paranormal says that he believes some dark, angry spirit has attached itself to him after one of their investigations. So, back during an investigation at a haunted church in Canada,
Another church.
Jordan and fellow investigator Johnny accidentally let go of a Ouija board planchette without saying goodbye, which legend around the board says that you're never supposed to do. Jordan says that
Here's an idea. Don't play with them. I'm not saying that Ouija boards are a way to contact the dead or that they work. I'm not 100% convinced on them, but I won't touch them. Probably means I am convinced that they're real. I don't like the idea of them. I wouldn't touch them. Slightly uncomfortable even playing with them in a digital format on Phasmophobia. I'm not saying I don't believe in ghosts. I do. I've seen stuff in my real life. I don't believe all of the stuff that I see on these videos and like ghost adventures and stuff because there's so much money in it. However, I would not ever touch a Ouija board again.
that with every paranormal investigation since, something seems to be surrounding him and even physically attacking him. Even more disturbing, the entity seems to have followed him home. The investigator has experienced trouble sleeping, continuously waking up throughout the night, and he says he feels drained of energy each day. One night Jordan wakes up in what he believes to be a state of sleep paralysis, and he sees a woman with long dark hair watching him from his bedroom door.
Ugh.
The woman disappears, but
Now, that is documented for hundreds and hundreds of years in multiple countries, every country, called the Hag, and it's related to sleep paralysis. There is a scientific explanation for it. Being somebody that suffers from sleep paralysis, I think the scientific explanation for it is bollocks. Hundreds and hundreds of people all around the world all having sleep paralysis, and that's your brain not knowing whether you're asleep or awake. I understand that, I get that, and maybe that is a form of sleep paralysis. That woman that everyone sees stood in the room, I've seen it. Also, and I've had this, you wake up, can't move, you're in a state of panic, and it is sat on your chest. You can feel the weight of it on your chest, you can't breathe, try to scream, nothing comes out. It's not a dream, you're aware of what's next to you. You'll see movies on it, and in the movies they can move their eyes, they start to move limbs. Not how it happens. You're literally paralyzed. There is nothing you can do. Can't move your eyes, you can barely breathe. It's the most horrible feeling on the planet, and I get it quite a lot.
But since then, Jordan says he has seen the woman many times from the corner of his eye. Disturbed by what's happening to him, he decides to spend a few nights in his parents' RV, away from his home and family. He wants to confirm once and for all if a strange presence is truly attached only to him. It did not go well. The first night, nothing much happens. But the second night, Jordan begins to hear something very frightening.
That is a nice RV. Need better beers. Burn the nice RV to the ground. What the hell was that?
I'm not sure if you guys heard that, but I've been hearing that all night. I can barely get to sleep.
A strange, unexplained static sound seems to resonate throughout the entire RV, and Jordan is unable to pinpoint exactly where the noise is coming from. It almost sounds like a voice is trying to break through the static. And the next night, it just gets worse.
Oh. That's a bathroom. Won't open the door. It'll be fine. Honest. Come on, you can do it.
Who is that?
That in the video. Still noise in there though.
Hello? Who are you?
In there. Light on. There's no obvious edit in that, and not much room for somebody to be in there messing with the door.
Why are you following me?
Cool, love. I burn it.
Anybody in there?
Braver than me, lad. I'd be gone.
After his terrifying experiences in the RV, Jordan returns home. But back at his house,
What is more impressive with that bathroom door is when he went in there, the bathroom door, when it's open like that, is flush. Couldn't fit somebody behind it. Nobody behind it. He had the full door in frame. So there was nobody like laying on the floor that he stepped over when he went in. That is the most believable sort of door movement I've seen in one of these videos.
little dog Zeus seems to be very disturbed by something Jordan can't see. Jordan picks up his camera and begins to film.
What's wrong? Something there?
Dog, dog's behind the table. You can't see it.
Is this what's going on?
Here to summon.
Little Zeus sees something and jumps back in fear. What happens next is downright chilling.
Hello?
There's doorbell. Didn't know what that was. Dogs have none of it. Banging.
Why are you following me?
Nope. Burn the RV, burn the house. Fine.
Who are you?
Don't play with Ouija boards, kids.
Who are you? This I'm so done with this.
I might not have stopped to get shoes.
In the reflection of the window, Jordan
that's your
sees
dog.
someone or something staring back at him from around the hallway corner. He quickly pans around, but no one there. When he walks into the hallway, he hears a growl, and the bathroom door swings open and a bath towel falls to the floor. This is when Jordan has just had enough for a while, and decides to leave and stay over at the home of friend and fellow investigator Johnny. So what do you
left the
think is
dog there?
happening to Jordan? Could something dark and sinister truly be stalking him? Let me know in the comments. You can check out this
That's real,
entire
that's
video with
messed
even
up.
more paranormal events
dog's
over on the
reaction is
YouTube
weird.
channel, Paranormies. And they say part 2 will be coming soon. The man who wasn't there. Paranormal YouTube channel
There was a
Fourth
man who
Wall
wasn't there.
received a video from a man that says he captured something very disturbing in a quiet Japanese neighborhood. It's late at night and no one is around when the man
Japanese
spots
ghosts
something
are just
strange
creepier.
going on with a swing set in a nearby park. He's a little freaked out and believes he might be experiencing something paranormal. So he places his work phone on top of a tall playset and sets it to record. He then takes his personal phone and films as he approaches the swing set.
That's odd. That could be done with the
A
wire.
single swing is violently swaying back and forth. But that's not all the anonymous man has captured, because his work phone recorded something absolutely terrifying. The dark, creepy figure of a man can be seen standing motionless in front of a tree. Now, what makes this footage so disturbing is that, as you can see,
Not there.
the other phone didn't capture anyone standing there at all. Could it be that the park is haunted and a dark spirit apparition was caught on camera? What do you think?
Or it could be
You can
digitally
watch
put in
this
later.
entire creepy video and many more over on the YouTube
Filmed
channel.
the same thing twice.
Fourth Wall.
One with the man, one without. Very solid figure, that.
The
Not
Orphanage. Paranormal investigator Luis
don't know
Manuel
that.
Mote and cameraman Odin set out to explore an abandoned orphanage in the middle of a forest. Many children lost their lives here under very strange circumstances, and then others who stayed here claimed to experience terrifying paranormal activity. The large buildings of the orphanage were eventually all just abandoned. Luis and Odin begin to explore the orphanage
Does it sound
grounds
like a
and they
fun
start
place
to
to go?
hear some very strange things.
Orphanages, asylums.
¿Escuchaste?
Oi. That could be a cat or a fox.
Oh, otra vez, güey.
A creepy moan can be heard coming from somewhere on the property. Luis and Odin are a bit freaked out by the bizarre sound but continue to explore. That's when things take a terrifying turn.
Hope it's more than just noise.
Ese centro, ¿para qué lo ocuparían?
Campfires. Stone circles for. Put a fire in it.
¿Crees que hagan algún ritual? Pues quién sabe qué. ¿Para qué lo ocuparán todo este rollo, güey? Pero... Ah, no inventes, Odin, Odin, Odin. Te juro que entró... Hay alguien allá adentro.
I admire that they're running towards somebody in the building. There we go, there's an animal. That could be making the wailing noise. Or whoever's in there. Trying to scare them off because they don't want to be disturbed. Because they live in there.
The investigators spot someone or something walking past a window right in front of them. They run inside, but there's no one there. After a long night of exploring, Luis and Odin decide to call it a night and head home. After many requests from their viewers, the Terror Al Extremo team decide to go back to the orphanage one more time. And this time, the unexplained terrifying activity only seems to intensify.
Good.
Enfrente de ti. Oh, shit. Una cita de ti.
That's creepy. That's a fox. Foxes sound like women screaming.
Bestia, cabrón.
Used to live up the valleys and I could hear foxes screaming all the time. It's not a nice noise, but I know what that is.
Luis and Odin feel like something might be watching them from the darkness. Even though they feel surrounded by an entity that they can't see, they continue exploring. As they walk through a field to get to another building, they both see something that makes their blood run cold.
There's just dogs running around loose there. Obviously foxes there.
Vi pasar a alguien ahí en... Sí, por el vidrio.
Could just be that there's somebody there.
It almost looks like someone dressed in white is walking through the building on the hill in front of them. They hurry to the structure to investigate, but find nothing. However, as they walk out of the building and look down the hill in front of them, they encounter another chilling surprise.
Mira, Odin, Odin. Dime, Luis. Aquí, mira. Sí, lo estoy viendo, hermano.
The fuck is that?
¿Sí lo tienes? Sí, lo agarré abajo. No inventes, güey.
Well, that was. Run after the creepy snake. Nothing can go wrong. Although they have got dogs and animals there. It could have been that the dog was just out of focus,
Hasta
or
se movió las ramas.
when it's running, it's left
Se
the
vio cómo
trail.
se
I've
subió
seen it
aquí,
done.
Odin. Pero se va arrastrando. Sí, pero estas ramas se movieron.
A strange, elongated, trailing white shape seems to float across the field and disappear into the bushes. Again, the friends run over to investigate, but find no sign of what they captured on camera.
Is the sensor of the camera trying to pick them up.
Luis and Odin record video evidence of some of the paranormal activity that drove everyone away from the orphanage? Or is it all just an elaborate hoax? You decide.
That's a fox.
You can watch this entire two-part
see the lights
series with
reflecting off
many
his
more
eyes.
paranormal moments that I didn't feature here over on the YouTube channel.
I think that was an animal. Genuinely an animal. I could see why they have freaked out, but that was an animal. You could see the eyes reflecting, I could see the limbs running. The trail behind it is just the lens of the camera not being able to keep up with the movement of the animal, bouncing the infrared light off it.
Terror Al Extremo.
some really good content there. There was some really good videos there. There was stuff in there that freaked me out. Stuff in there I couldn't explain. There was stuff I could explain. I think I could explain. That was probably the better of any of these I've done so far. I really enjoyed that. But for now, Beardo out. Can't see you working in a school. Why? Do I not look friendly?